Someone just sent me a message saying that the Ask Me Anything is on Saturday, November 23rd. Was there? I got all the heads going no here.
Well,
Okay.
obviously we have people that are here right now, so they got the
Yeah.
message of December 21.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Lisa Marie. Hi, Karen. Hi, Jody. Mike, Sandy, Matthew, Arthur, Lucas.
All right. Well, welcome, 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 everybody. It is Saturday, December 21st. Wow, we are very close to Christmas come Wednesday. And Hanukkah actually also at the same day, on the same day in the evening. That's when Hanukkah starts. Plus, we've got Kwanzaa and the New Year. So happy holidays and season's greetings. Oh, and Festivus. I forgot about Festivus too. So happy everything to everybody. We are so glad to have you with us here on the AMAs. Ask Me Anything with the amazing Robert Hollis. We will be starting in just a moment. A few things to just get out of the way because we will be having a quick AMA today. So just wanted to let you know we're going to be about 45 to 50 minutes total. First of all, thank you so very much. 61,359 subscribers and growing. And that is all because of you. Thank you for sharing the word, for reaching out to people with ears that hear. We love you and we appreciate you. 38,361 new subscribers only within the last 28 days. OMG. If that isn't amazing, I don't know what is. What do you think, Robert?
I'm blown away, blown away.
Yeah, it is increíble. And it's all because of each and every one of you. So bless you and thank you so very much.
One day,
Uh,
very soon, as my imagination will be having 10,000 subscribers a day.
and Robert, you want to share with everybody what we're going for? You have that picture?
Yeah,
The 100,000?
I'm going for the million now.
Or oh wow. Okay, so let Robert go ahead and share with everybody. Say that out loud.
We are going for a million subscribers, a million active subscribers.
And that's the gold one on the left.
I still
The
haven't taken the picture that Matt's got for the.
Or actually, isn't that the what is it? That's the crystal that was
The
on the bottom,
crystal,
right?
yeah.
The crystal. Oh, okay. So, all right. So we got to go silver, gold, and crystal.
There
So
you
we
go.
got those to go, and you're going to help us get there. So thank you all very, very much. This is Ask Me Anything, where you get to ask Robert anything. And it's very simple to do. You can type your questions in either of the chats, whether you're watching on Zoom or on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you can probably even ask Robert a question directly. Very simple. Put your cursor in the middle of the screen where you see my image. On the very bottom, there'll be a bunch of buttons. Click on the raise hand button. We will call on you in the order in which we receive your raising hand or your question. And that's how we do it. It's very simple to participate here in Ask Me Anything. So, let's get started. Without further ado, oh, by the way, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you're watching us on YouTube so that you can always get the information that you want from each and every one of us. And yes, you're welcome, Bill Shoemaker. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not Santa Corky, but I'll take Santa Craig. So that's it. Let's go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman who is our amazing mentor, our amazing GPS to success with the Ask Me Anything. Give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
It's like Craig's been saving his voice. I'm glad that he is. He's got two. You got two productions today, Craig?
Two shows today, and then one more tomorrow in the afternoon. So
Wow.
it's been an incredible run. I love it. For those of you wondering, I'm doing a live radio play of "It's a Wonderful Life," and it's in Chino Community Theater. So it's
Very, very,
incredible.
very cool. I see Melody jumped on here, Daniel and Dustin. I believe that I said everybody else's name. It's great to have you on here. So thank you very much, Craig, hostess with the mostest. Of course, we got Matthew on here. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch the. We also got an accolade in the back of YouTube. Our videos have been watched over 100,000 hours. Like, and as soon as I heard that, we announced that on the podcast, and I thought, man, that's like when sort of channels start saying, it's like, we have X amount of series, X amount of episodes, and then we also have how many hours, how many people view, and a lot of people get started and do something, but when you start saying you've got 61,000 subscribers, 100,000 hours of viewing time, and we've done, 2,557 videos, it is starting to sound like it might be something. So I always love giving a quick shout out to Lisa Marie because I see her post all the time as well. So hi, Ola. Hi, Jerome. Um, the one thing, because this is going to be a short one today, the thing that I have to say is going to be short as well. We want to get right into the Q&A. And it always becomes a little more aware. I seen a post today that sort of like touched my heart, but it showed a little girl and she had a little pigeon on her finger, and it said love and peace. And her response was, is there any way that you can just stay around all year? Isn't it interesting how mentally we can put our state of mind into wanting to be merry, you know what I mean? Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And this is supposed to be the time where you put all the petty stuff aside and just love to spend time with family and love up on them. And but it's sort of sad that we have to pick a day on the calendar, and that's the only time it exists. And so the thing I just want to share with every one of you still to this day is, from the first time that I understood this kind of marketing, is my thoughts were always that if I could get the message in front of the person, if I could get the message in front of the person, that the people that are at the right place at the right time, that their lives could change. And when everything really started to blow up on the YouTube channel and blow up in my business and everything, is when I was able to separate who I was and my results 100% based on, my God, Karen, you could be sharper than me. This might be your fit. And I know it's been a while since we've done some cool accolades for Arthur. It's like, Arthur just is one of those individuals like, well, Arthur's at the top of the leaderboard. It's just like, isn't it funny how fast everybody was like celebrating, not only getting done with phase 1 and phase 2, but celebrating him when he became funded and pulled $5,000 out, and then he pulled another $5,000 out, and then he constantly is at the top of the leaderboard. And it's like, yeah, that's just what Arthur does. No, don't need any more praise and recognition for Arthur. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to say, Arthur, thank you again for leading by example. I just talked to a dear friend of mine. I don't know if he wants his name out there yet, but I've known this gentleman for over 30 years. And if some of you think that you're making big decisions in your life, this guy is walking away from a company that he's been with for 29 years. All right. So, it was me constantly pointing to stories like Arthur's and other people. And a quick shout out to everyone. You've probably seen it if you're involved with our Telegram group. But Kai just became a trade star. That means that he got funded and pulled money out. And everyone has problems during the seasons, right? Or all year round. And Arthur shared with some things with me that, he's personally going through. And, a lot of us are all going through struggles. And so, Kai, he withdrew $200 and spent it on his cancer treatment. Let that set in for a second. It's like, why are you trading? Well, I gotta pay for medical care to keep my life alive. Just maybe I don't think we ought to do the compare-itis, but we sure do that a lot, don't we? You go, well, if you knew how bad my situation was. But thank you again, Arthur. I really, really appreciate you. Because of you, I'm motivating myself. I got a $200,000 challenge, and I'm gonna take manual trades after the first of the year. And I can use that excuse as a holiday, just like I've used the excuse for the last 4 months on why not to do manual trades. But Arthur, again, thank you so much for leading the team. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. In fact, Arthur was the one that let me know that Kai got that money out of there. So thank you, Arthur. If you guys know anyone else that's pulled money out, we'd love to celebrate them to show everyone that we lead by example. And so the topic I want to talk about today is just really, really simple. Is that the mentality that you've heard, it is pretty hilarious to me that Zig Ziglar gets so much ink for this quote, because when you can take any quote now that we have AI, Matt's jacked out of his mind. He's like, I know he does this in Imaginators, but he also does this to the visionaries. Me and Craig, it's like it's updating so fast, so quick that we're going into a new time. And my little thought was, you know, let's be truly alive in 2025. When I heard this years ago, it hit me like a rock that a majority of the people on the planet are just existing. They're just existing. They're not living. Because if you're not doing the things that you want to do with the people that you love the most, then you're just, it's like I don't think the world's going to change that much with AI because the majority of the people that I know are robots. If you watch them on a day-to-day basis, everything they do, they're going like, okay, they should be coming out of the house right now with a cup of coffee, getting in their car, warming it up. They're going to go back inside. Some of you people in the South are not going to know what I'm talking about right now. Got to wait for the car to warm up and get the snow off of it, and it's just you watch them in this routine, and they take the same path back and forth to work, and they're just stuck in that routine. And I remember when I heard this the first time, it was like, a rut is a grave with the ends knocked out. Did you guys hear that? That would be a nice graphic, Matt. So a rut is a grave with the ends knocked out. And so a majority of the people that are just doing this routine, no wonder they're not happy. No wonder they're not fulfilled. Same crap, different day. And sometimes we get focused on so many things like we got the best health product for you. We're the best company. We got the best owner story. And all I want to do is just be the person that just did a trail in that rut. So while they're going down that rut, it just popped them out of it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, when they're in the rut, especially if it's deep as most people's rut, it's like they can't even see to the left or right. They don't even, so you go, oh my God, this is so exciting. And they're like, listen, I don't think there's anything that could excite me. Total loss of hope, no imagination. Just that. And so if they've been in that rut for a long, long time, how much do you think it really takes to pop them out? And so for some of you, there's this at least little window every day where you're not in the rut. You're doing something different to pull yourself out of the hole. And I know you guys have heard this many times when people say, well, I'm in a hole, I'm in a deep hole. Then stop digging. And it reminds me of another cool story where a guy looked all over his ranch and he couldn't see his donkey. And so he could hear this noise and he walked out in the field and the donkey had fallen into an old well. And so they did everything they could to get him out and they just couldn't. So then he got a couple of farmers, and they were thinking of all kinds of ways to pull him out without hurting him. And they finally just made the decision to put the donkey out of his misery. And so what they decided to do is bury him alive. And so they all took shovels and just started throwing dirt like crazy, throwing dirt. And then the farmer looked down the hole, and the donkey didn't have any dirt on him, and he was closer to the top of the hole. And so he asked the other farmers to throw some dirt in. They threw some dirt on his back, and then he shook it off and stepped up on the dirt. You guys love that story? And it's like, some of you sometimes might feel like everyone's piling stuff on you. The one thing that I'm really getting good at is not getting emotionally attached to some of the statements that people are saying on my YouTube channel. It's like, hey, I used to get, probably one, maybe two bad comments on a weekly basis. It's like a lot of you are not seeing them, but man, when you got 60,000 subscribers, you got some nuts and fruitcakes in there somewhere. You got some pretty unhappy people in there. And I started seeing these things pop up on my YouTube channel, and I couldn't find the comments. So apparently people are angry enough and upset enough where they'll go back on videos I did years ago and post on replays. I mean, replies on old ones. You know what I mean? Of whatever idea they think is going on right now. And so guess what? I did a little bit of research, found out where I could search for responses based on responses that have responded on responses. And now I'm going, oh my God, the garbage that people threw in there. And I'm when I say this to you guys, whether people are reaching out to me now to try to solicit me for another company or say something bad, it's like I spend probably 5 minutes just nothing but laughing at some of the stuff that people write and some of the stuff that people say. And it's funny. I should just delete and block. And I'm like at the place right now where, maybe I can get them. Maybe I'll catch one. Maybe I'll catch two. And that's the topic, and we'll go right into AMA. For those of you, regardless of your spiritual beliefs, here's what I know for a fact. You have to really, really, really work very good to love yourself. You guys probably haven't heard me in a while promote the book, The Greatest Miracle in the World. I usually pull it up and show it right now. I gave the book away. I gave my personal copy away because someone left their country for the first time with his new wife and went and visited me in Dubai. And that was Joshua Dharamella. I gave him my personal greatest miracle in the world. And we both had a cry. So here's a guy again that I asked him if he could have anything, what did he want? And I'm thinking some of you are going to click one day. I pray that you click one day, that you realize that if every thought that you had was not about you, it was about somebody else, things will change very, very, very quickly. The reason I make the money that I make is because I have 61,000 subscribers. It's because I have 8,600 active people working with me. But my mind is always, I need to find people that I can get them to imagine. So when I met Joshua Dharamella, and believe it or not, virtually every leader I have ever had in my group said, I've been stalking you for years. I've been stalking you for years. And in a blink of an eye, I get focused on Akashics and Trade X Mastery, and I'm putting that out there really hard. And now if you go to youtube.com/Robert Hollis, it's funny, all the videos that have to do with what I'm doing are all now my top videos. My number one video was me laughing while I was watching a guy go through a car wash in Montana. So he must have lost a bet and he was sitting in the back of a pickup while the pickup was going through a car wash. That used to be my number one video. That video got replaced last night by the trader video. We are traders. And if you look at the videos that follow, it's like they all have to do with where my focus is now. And I'm just really jacked out of my mind right now that I can get a brand new person like Kai or Arthur or anyone. They can go in, connect it, do some tap to trades and get a win. I'm not used to getting people results within 24 hours. And there's nothing that increases their confidence and their belief in themselves. Hi, Wendy. And so Wendy's a personal guest of mine. You guys will probably get to see her a lot in the future. And so one of the things that's just really, really got my heart is that when you really, truly can just think of, what if I can help other people? What if I can help other people? I don't know much about trading. I don't know much about this. I don't know much about this, but I do know people that do know. And it's really crazy how fast we'll do that for people when it's something that we don't want to pretend we're good at. So if someone reached out to me and said, I've always wanted to try Reiki. I've always wanted to try that healing stuff. And, do you know anyone like that? Oh my God, you got to meet Sandy. I'll introduce you guys right away. I'm not going to say, why don't you come over and I'll do some stuff. No, because then we'd have to call the police. You know what I mean? I'm joking. But it's like, it's like when people do things that we don't do, we instantaneously want to edify them, we want to promote them, and we want to connect them with somebody. But for some weird reason, when people become an entrepreneur, they cannot stop themselves from being the deal. It's bizarre. It's totally, totally bizarre. But I don't suffer from that illness. Thank God. If people ask me, did I used to? I would say, yeah. But me being humbled to the point where I'm about ready to be homeless and I don't have money for food and I'm lonely and I'm contemplating not being on this planet anymore. It takes you to get torn down that far for you to be able to give edification, promotion to other people and go brutally honest. Hey, if I showed you my checking account right now, you'd be blown away. So this new guy that you guys are going to meet is why you're going to see him fly up the ranks. Wendy's part of his group. And one of the things that I did yesterday is, or it was the day before, and this is emotional, and then we'll go into Q&A. But he's not in a good situation, not at all. And there's a lot of things that happened very quick. I don't want to tell his story, but the love of his life caught cancer and died. And, a lot of things bad happened to him very, 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 very quickly. And so he was telling me how bad things were financially. And in 2016, I recorded a video. And I recorded a video and I showed it to him. Now, when I recorded the video, I haven't showed this to anybody. I have not showed this video to anybody. And it was me saying, hey, everybody, this is Robert Hollis. I know that I'm doing this video because I don't know what else to do. And I logged into my bank accounts like I love doing. One of my accounts was negative $21. One of my accounts was negative $3,000. All my credit cards were maxed out. I couldn't pay the minimum payments, so now they're all going past my max payment. And I was probably just about $100,000 in debt. and I decided to do a video. This was March of 2016. And so I forgot about the video, but when I was talking to my dear friend, I said, listen, I got to show you something. And so it really, really got me because I was looking at myself doing that video and I knew mentally where I was at that time. And I was just so defeated, just totally, totally defeated. The company that I built from 2009 to 2012 had, 758,000 people. I was making over 2 million a year. And a bunch of people got together and tried to move that company. Was the employee of that company. That company never caught traction, never took off, but I spent a couple of years, 13 and 14, trying to make it happen. I then got so crushed that I did not want to do any kind of marketing at all. So I decided to call this company Life Mechanic and become a coach, compete with Eric Worre and Tony Robbins and Ray Higdon. And I took a path that was not mine. If some of you right now are struggling, you're trying hard, very, very, very hard, going on the path that wasn't there for you. And because you won't take the time to fall back in love with yourself, to get connected with yourselves, to figure out what your plan is. And I'm telling you this right now, you guys, you don't want to hear it. If some of you believe at all in any kind of higher power, just simply ask that higher power, would you please tell me what I didn't listen to? I want that whisper. Can you go back and share that whisper with me that I ignored? I'll listen this time. Because if everything that you're doing is not working, it wasn't planned for you. When you're on the right plane, as I am now, all of a sudden it's like it seemed like we got 7,200 subscribers. We got 7,300 subscribers. We got 7,500 subscribers. Do you guys realize a year ago we were at 7,400 subscribers? And now we're a year later, we're at 61,000, maybe 62,000 by the time we get off this Zoom. I did a video. And when you're doing a video on your live count and it's clicking while you're doing a 1 or 2 minute video, you're getting there. But that's not my vision. That's not my path. My path, and I believe a lot of people's path, is basically to find people in need and do your best to share with them things that you think will help them. Not you helping them. I'll say that again. The way that I know that people can get their superpowers is all they did was reach out. You guys can look at all the success books in the world. You can listen to all the religious books that are there. There's not any place on the planet where it says, listen, here's the goal to becoming happy, fulfilled, and wealthy. Just focus on you. Focus on you getting better. Focus on your skills. Focus on you getting better. Focus on your skills. Focus on you making money. Nowhere. It says that you're supposed to go to the end of the earth spreading good news. It didn't say your news. So I'm going to say something right now that's very controversial, but I was led to tell you this in my connection time. Again, life is simple. If you're not spending uh, deliberate time being connected to something other than you, your life's going nowhere. You don't have to do what I do, but there's a designated time every day, even if it's cloudy. I know where the sun is, but I spend every day on my knees connecting. And people go, I would love to be that connected. Uh, it's no different than plugging in an appliance. Are you guys listening to me? It's like, damn it, I can't get this phone to turn on. Well, let me look at it, Robert. I'm pressing the buttons, it doesn't come on. When's the last time you charged this? What? What? Hey, do you got a charger? Let me plug that in. I plug it in the phone and it goes ding, ding, and it got this little thing and it's starting to charge. Why don't you guys do that for you? So when people go, my life sucks, everything's going bad, I go, how much time do you spend on your knees every day? Facing the sun, connecting, imagining. I don't believe in that stuff. Great, then just keep sucking. I don't mind. Man, if you ever get connect, friends, you're going to get addicted to it. Yeah, well, I meditate a little bit. I do say the prayer in my head and blah, 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 blah. You're either connected or you're not. And the more you're connected, the more you're at peace, the more you're loved, the more you realize that nothing in the world can bother you. I'll say that again. Nothing. So then when you're running at that vibration, that frequency, that's all I've done my whole life, you guys, is trying to figure out how to get people connected to that source. I am not that source. You can take the charger for my phone and you can plug it in my nose. You can plug it in my ear. I can hang on to both terminals. It's not going to charge. I'm not the supply. So I heard this years ago from a dear friend of mine, Jim Rowan. And a speaker was speaking, and I was talking to Jim Rowan, and he took me over to a speaker. These big speakers that were sitting on the ground. And he goes, you know what that is? And I said, yeah, it's a speaker. He goes, put your hand on it. Feel the vibration? Yeah. Can you hear the frequency? Yeah. Got to show you something else. Walks around the speaker. You see what that is? Yeah. It's got two plugins. One's a power source. The other one goes to an amplifier. And that amplifier plugs into microphone. You guys hearing me? Yeah, because of microphone. That's why you're hearing me. And he goes, so when you're talking, something can amplify it, go through a speaker that's hooked to a power source, and vibrate everyone in the room. Connect with everyone in the room. Robert, you're not the power source, nor are you the amplifier. When you speak to a microphone, make sure that you're plugged in. Because if you're not, you're just talking. So here's the thing I'm going to say that's very controversial. Do any of you guys know people that have had it up to here with religion? All right? Right now, there's something changing in the world, and it's been happening for a few years. But people like to scroll through TikTok or Instagram or YouTube channels, but they're not interested in being trained. A lot of you have been part of groups like Inner Circle and Imaginators with me. You know when things don't work good for Robert? When I'm using my wisdom to train others. You know how I know it's not king? Because some of you are not financially done. So that means I can train and train and inspire and inspire and motivate and train, inspire. And you guys all go, wow, this sounds really good. I'm just not going to fucking do anything. Love what you're saying. Makes sense. It's working for you. No, it's working for me because I'm connected. Did you guys catch that? I'm resonating with people and connecting with people because they're feeling my frequency and my vibration because I put the other two in play. So if you know people right now that are fed up with religion or any beliefs, it's because the people on the pulpit, the people on the stages, the people in the temples, the people in the kingdom halls are too busy teaching and telling you what you should do, what you need to do, what you need to stop doing, instead of just teaching you or showing you how to connect to the source. Can I get a yes or a yes? Because when you start connecting with the source, then you're going to realize why your DNA is different than everyone. And you're going to discover your uniqueness. And you're going to fall in love with the miracle that the universe created. And when you fall in love with that and you stay tapped in, turned on, tuned in, you want everyone in the world to plug in this source. Bill, plug in here. Nah, I've heard of that shit. I've heard of that stuff. By the way, have you seen these other books and other courses of people telling you to be plugged in? How's that working for you? Because you guys need stories. You guys need stories of other people talking about you getting them connected. So it's crazy. Wendy was on a Zoom last night, and I haven't physically seen this guy in easily over 25 years. But for whatever reason, the universe has humbled him, and he reached out to me. Or like the story that we heard about the person that got elected that listened to his son. Barron's like, hey, you need to get on these shows. It's like, I'll do it. Well, that takes a pretty humble individual to listen to an 18-year-old and go, listen, man, you're talking to wrong people. You're not connecting with the right people. Wow, all of a sudden you get connected with the right people, and those people that you connected with are willing to get off their ass and go someplace and vote for you. And then everybody stands around, how in the hell did that happen? Are you guys getting this? So, when you want to just get people connected to the source, instead of being the source, or trying to teach why the source works. Since we're on this roll, listen to this next part. How many of you guys would like to jump on a webinar with me, a Zoom? Because I'm an automotive engineer. And I'm going to explain the difference between direct current and alternating current. Not only how to make electricity, but there's the difference between the one that you're plugged into at your home and the one that actually runs your car. Direct current's different than alternating current. And how you make them is different. One is a generator, one's an alternator. Some of you are going, hang on, Robert. And I guarantee you that I can teach you exactly how to create direct current and also alternating current and how to make the things that run off them. When we get done with the Zoom, you guys are not going to be able to do shit. But at least I felt important listening to myself talk because I'm more smarter than you guys are. See, that's the problem. I would just look at Sandy and say, what do you need right now? She goes, my phone's dead. Need a place to plug it in? Oh, that'd be awesome. How many people have you seen when your phone's dead and you find a place to plug it in? Do you automatically know how to use it and connect again? I just believe the majority of the people on the planet right now don't even realize they're walking around uncharged. They don't know what a full charge is for years. They got out of college. Some of them went and got a job before college. They got in a rut, added a bunch of things that took a lot of energy from them, and just totally forgot how to recharge. He's got this. So get recharged. We're going into that time of year where people are already mentally are taken off. My son called me today. I don't know if you guys seen his testimony on Facebook and Instagram. Holy cow. That was not fun for me. That wasn't fun for me. He took off 6 years ago and told me that he was going to go out on his own and do his own thing. And he didn't know how to handle the stress of being an entrepreneur and started drinking and drank some more and drunk a lot more and everything. He just got unconnected. That's all he did. That's all he did is he disconnected. And things kept getting worse and worse and worse till his lovely wife, Amy, said, if you don't go get some help, I'm leaving you. I'm taking the kids and I'm leaving you. That'll get your attention. Went and spent a lot of time in rehab. Came out. Learned to plug in. Stayed plugged in. 2 years later, sober. Some things happened with a company. He was at the right place at the right time. And the company that he did all the sales for, he's now 50% owner. Income went from nothing to probably 400,000 a year. Yeah, watching people go years and years and years and years and years unplugged sucks ass. And you keep telling them, hey, this is what you got to do. Ain't got to die. Ain't got to die. I'm like, all right. So all I made a decision to do, you guys, when the trading platform came out, is I go, I got to go find people that say, if you show me where to plug this in, I'm doing it. And some pretty crazy miracles have happened in the last 4 months. Not bragging, but I bet you I've made more money in the last 4 months than some of you have made in your entire life. Because now I got income streams coming from everywhere. Wasn't even looking for them. Now I got people calling up, hey, how can I be a sponsor on your YouTube channel? I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, we'll give you 15 grand. We'll give you 15 grand and send you the product. Hang on. I'm really focused on something right now. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So find a way to recharge and then share with the rest of the people how to get recharged. So it's not like most people think they're alive, but they're not. They're running on 5 or 10% battery. If I was driving a Tesla, it would go from green to yellow to red. And it's like, if you don't plug back in, you're going to be sitting still. I think I can get to the next charging thing. I'll skip this one, go to the next one. I'm too busy right now to get recharged. Okay. Because when you get charged, now you can share with other people how to get charged. And before you know it, a lot of people are charged and everything goes up. Vibration, frequency, happy, fulfillment, income, influence, power, everything. Craig?
Okay, we are back with our, well, we're right at that point. So I
You
think
know
we should end
what?
the
You
message
know what? No,
right there.
no questions today. No
Yeah,
questions today.
I
Craig
think that
signs
was
out.
perfect.
Craig sign out, and we're all gonna put you in our thoughts and prayers for your incredible performances tonight.
Bless you, my friend. Thank you so very, very much. And you know, Robert, the way that you ended, I mean, if I can tag just a little something on, and it's
Always,
and it's from
always.
your wife because she puts out the vibe of the day, and it was so perfect to add to this what we shared today. Your mind will believe what you continuously tell it. So tell it that you're smart, talented, fearless, and you have what it takes.
Nice. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, my love.
So, everybody out there, let's get out and celebrate life because that's what we have for all of us. And Robert, bless you and thank you for this message. It was a beautiful message to prepare us for the holidays, the end of the year, and the brand new year. Quick announcements before we wrap up. Shout out to Jody Falcon, who donated in the super chat.
Love you,
Jody,
Jody.
thank you so much. And if you do want to donate in the super chat, go ahead and this is on YouTube. Go to the bottom of the chat and click on the $ there and then donate. All the money that Robert gets from those donations goes to the charities he supports, and particularly a couple of orphanages. So please, thank you so very much for donating. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button also if you're watching on YouTube. I posted some links in the chat if you want to get those links and watch those videos and things like that. Go ahead, and if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the post description below as soon as we conclude the video. If you're watching on Zoom, click the 3 dots in the meeting chat next to Ask Me Anything, then click on Save Chat. It will download to your computer as we conclude this show. Shout outs to Arthur Wainio. Thank you so very much. And of course, Jody, thank you. Thank you, Matt Hollis, for being our executive producer, our foundation, and thank each and every one of you for supporting us, for being there with us, for listening to us, and for joining us on this incredible journey that we call life. We love you, we appreciate you, and we look forward to the next time. By the way, Matt Hollis is having a special today at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on @MattHollis. That's his YouTube channel. He's going to go over and do an AI AMA. So let's go ahead and help support his channel as well. We look forward to seeing you next time. Have a blessed new year, blessed holidays. And until then, please be good to yourselves, be cash, and bye for now. I'm going to go ahead and unmute everybody so we can all say so long and Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Ho, ho,
Bye,
ho.
everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Love you
happy
all.
holidays,
Bye,
everybody.
Peter.
Bye.
Hi,
Merry
John,
Christmas.
Kevin,
Thanks, Dad.
Merry
Thank you,
Hanukkah.
Dustin.
Hi, John.
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas. Happy
Happy
Hanukkah.
holidays,
Christmas.
everybody.
Bless you.
Both you,
Oh.
Lisa Marie, Santa. Corky. I heard that 35,000 people was watching Corky the other day.
Yes.
Jerome,
Hey.
Arthur, John, Wendy. Thank you very much, Wendy. Love to have you on here. Hola, Melody. I love you. I love
Bye-bye.
you. Lucas, Mike, Jody, Bill, and of course, Craig. Love you guys.